Tonic is apparently it just started on Fossum. Fossum is a free movie service that you don't have to pay anything to watch the movies. You just have to watch a couple commercials on them. But Tonic stars Billy Blair. Billy Blair, if you don't know him, he is an awesome actor. He's an awesome guy. Um, this is the first time he has done a buttload of movies. This is the first time he's been the lead of one. He's been working as, normally playing a heavy or playing just a side character or something like that. But this is the first time he's heading a movie, and he does such a good job in this. And there will be spoilers. I'm not going to ruin the whole thing for you, of course. But it's just a really good film, man. And it's written and directed by a guy named Derek Presley, who I actually ran into the other night at a film premiere for Neil McDonough's movie, The Last Rodeo. And coincidentally, Mr. Presley is also the one behind Redstone and Boone, which Redstone is the first in a series of its own, and Boone is the second film. It's the sequel. I would say check those out as well. Mr. Presley did those too. So it's kind of like all contained in the same world. And Billy Blair was one of the heavies, the main heavy actually, in Redstone, which was filmed in Corsicana, Texas. So it's all, like I said, the same thing, but Tonic is a little something different. Like I said, Billy is the leading man in it. His sister in the film is played by Lori Petty, who we know from Tank Girl and Point Break and a whole bunch of other stuff in her own regard. It's about a piano player that basically is a scumbag. His name is Sebastian Poe. He plays jazz piano in some dive bars around a section of Dallas called Deep Ellum, which is for real because there really is a section of Dallas called Deep Ellum. And he picks up gigs willy-nilly whenever he can find them. Spends his time in between those gigs drinking himself stupid and stealing some of his sister's pain medication, which it turns out they can't afford because the sister's got a terminal illness. So there is a cop involved, played by Jason Corvello. His name is Terry, and he's just as big of a scumbag as Sebastian is, basically. He's in hot water of his own, and it turns out Sebastian got loaned $8,000 by the corrupt cop for pain medication. Can't pay it back. Terry's in a strait of his own. He's got a stoolie that's gonna roll over on him, and he's gonna get himself arrested. He's afraid of that. So he tries to knock down Sebastian for paying his money back. Of course, Sebastian doesn't have it all. So Terry tells him, "You killed the stoolie, and we're even." And Sebastian's like, "Why don't you do it?" Terry's like, I'm not getting involved in this mess. You do it." Of course, he has his ways of telling Sebastian that he doesn't want to do it, and they're all painful. As a man, you're going to look at them and go, ooh. Even as not a man, you're going to look at them and go, ooh. Because they hurt. God bless Billy, man. He sure does sell it. But you spend the rest of the evening finding out what a seedy scumbag that Sebastian Poe actually is. You sort of feel for him because he got into this mess in the first place. He'll steal money from his sick sister and steal some of her pain medication, but you still kind of feel for the guy. And you get to be in his world for an evening. You deal with him trying to scrape by on his gigs he's trying to get. The bar owners keep screwing him over. He's trying to raise money to pay this cop off. Legitimately can't do it. Ends up having to do what Terry wants him to do. But the way he gets to go about it and the side trips he takes, basically, with a escort and an old man who is more than he seems, are interesting. And they're not one where they put a plot of a movie in front of you and you go, really? We're taking these side trips? No, these side trips are all interesting. The movie is more of a drama than a thriller, I think, because there are parts that are kind of slow, but hang with it because the payoffs are worth it. And like I said, Billy's acting is off the chain on this one. He has a monologue at the end of this movie where the escort is telling him still how beautiful she thinks the world is, and he's giving his rationale about why he thinks everything sucks. And I have to tell you something, it is impressive acting, just greatness. You know, I'm not up to blowing smoke up an actor's butt unless I feel for it or that it's genuine, but Billy does a pretty damn good job with this monologue, and it's like, this whole movie is good, but this ending was definitely worth waiting for. And what happens to the Stooley and the end result, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to ruin it. But I highly suggest Tonic. Like I said, Fossum is free. You just have to sit through a couple of commercials. And you sign up for the thing. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's definitely worth the trip. Once you meet Sebastian Poe, he's going to stay with you for a little while. And that's a good thing. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I say kudos to Billy. Like, I hope that after this, he gets more leading roles because he definitely deserves them. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Y'all take care, and I will see you next time.